Good morning. This is Mike Houston with your Thursday morning weather hazard briefing for southeast Idaho. Looking at our weather impact matrix slide, we have a storm exiting the region today, and we should see the snow tapering off early this evening and giving way to low clouds and fog late tonight and continuing into Friday. Our next storm system sweeps east along the Canadian border Saturday. That will result in a glancing blow of snow for southeast Idaho. The pattern becomes much more active starting Sunday and continuing into early next week as a series of storms sweeps through the region. Looking at satellite imagery this morning, we see today's storm system. It comprises what we call a split trough, the northern branch of the trough moving into and through the Seattle region this morning, and the southern portion of the trough diving sharply southeast through Nevada. It's taking all the moisture with it. In fact, we're getting a little bit of that moisture extending up into the southern portion of southeast Idaho here yet this morning. We will see this northern branch drift through the region through the day today, exiting the area early this evening, and that's when we'll see the snow taper off very rapidly tonight. Looking upstream, we see the next low-pressure system making its way through the northeast Pacific. That'll begin to impact the region on Saturday. Looking at our weather impact matrix, we got a lot going on here. A little bit of snow lingering today, valley fog for tomorrow. We see another chance of snow on Saturday, low or no impact at all with that. Most of the snow looks like it'll be in the central mountains and northeast highlands. And then on Sunday, things get a little more active as we work our way into next week, and the storms seem to pack a little more precipitation with them. We may see some minimal or moderate impacts here on Sunday in the central and northern mountains, and again on Monday with these storm systems that will be moving through the region. All right, let's take a look at some weather charts here. Storm track for this morning coming up on noon today. We see that trough that's moving in through the Pacific Northwest and western states. The split is becoming much more accentuated now. The southern branch all the way down into Vegas and the lower Colorado River Basin. All the moisture associated with that is moving south into Arizona and leaving very little for the northern branch to work with here as it drifts south through southeast Idaho this afternoon and evening. Precipitation associated with that, yep, not much. Some light precipitation here along the Snake Plain and southeast highlands and maybe a little bit up into the central mountains. Nothing to write home about. High temperatures today still remaining somewhat cool, running into the lower 30s here in the Burley area, and then generally in the mid-20s here in the Snake Plain, central mountains, and southeast highlands. That storm system that we're going to have today exits the region to the south and east by Friday, and we see a ridge of high pressure building across the northwest states. That'll help trap some of that moisture in the lower levels, promoting low clouds and fog for the day on Friday. That ridge breaks down and shifts east Saturday as the storm system sweeps east along the Canadian border. Precipitation with that mainly focused across the Panhandle and portions of the Central Mountains, Northeast Highlands, but fairly light precipitation amounts down here into the Snake River Plain and Southern Highlands. So really, again, nothing to write home about, I don't think, on Saturday. We may see a little bit of snowfall with that, but not really amounting to much. And here we are looking at the storm total graphic for that time frame. So, yeah, generally less than an inch in most places, unless you get up into Island Park and up over here along the Sawtooth Range, we may see something like 1 to 3 inches in those regions. So, high temperatures by Sunday with the increasing flow across the region should bring warmer temperatures. I got these slides out of order right now, but I'll go ahead and talk about it right now. Looks like the highs on Sunday generally running upwards of the mid-40s here in Burley, and still remaining in the 30s in the Central Mountains and mid-30s here in the Snake River Plain, but certainly warm enough with these storm systems Sunday and beyond to see a mix of rain and snow down here in the Snake Plain and eastern Magic Valley, and maybe a mix of rain and snow in some of these lower mountain valleys in the central mountains and southeast highlands, but certainly the mountains still remaining cold enough for snow. Here we are looking at the storm track for Sunday, noontime. There is another storm system pushing east right here where my cursor is along the Canadian border. It happens to have a little more moisture than the one we had Saturday, so I'm expecting to see at least a little more snowfall with that one. You can see it. Certainly the model is painting quite a bit more precipitation through the Panhandle and Central Mountains and also the Northeast Highlands. Our storm total for that, almost 2-day event here, Saturday night through Sunday night, I guess that's a day and a half, is showing a bit more accumulation, most of it focused in the upslope regions of the Central Mountains and Northeast Highlands, with precipitation amounts over that day and a half period running anywhere from 1 to 6 inches, maybe 8 inches across the Sawtooth Peaks here, but generally 1 to 6 inches. It's all sub-advisory snowfall amounts, so not expecting any highlights at this point. And then you get down here into Snake Plain and eastern Magic Valley where the temperatures are warmer, and expecting there may be some snow, but should be melting as it falls type of thing. So as we get into Monday, we get a much deeper storm system now, where my cursor is here, working into the western coast. We'll have plenty of moisture streaming up into the region here Monday afternoon to see a good bit of snow into the Central Mountains, and obviously under this southwest flow, warmer temperatures still for the Snake Plain and eastern Magic Valley. So it'll probably be a mix of rain and snow down here. Here we are looking at the total precipitation with that, and it is accentuating the upslope areas of the Central Mountains. And you can see that at least the Snake River Plain and other areas are seeing a little more precipitation with this southerly fetch coming into the region. So to summarize, we do have a storm that will be moving through and exiting the region today, with snow tapering off early this evening, giving way to low clouds and fog for Friday. The next storm system sweeps east along the Canadian border Saturday, giving us a glancing blow of snow here for southeast Idaho. The pattern becomes much more active starting Sunday and continuing through next week as a series of storms sweeps through the region. That's all I had for you here this morning. If you had any comments or questions, please give us a call at the number on the screen. Thank you.